point at you. Hello. I know there are people logging on and warming up. So welcome to the Midnight Hour virtual listening party. So excited to have you here. On my left, this is my best friend Jasmine.
Hello.
On my right, this is my little cousin Manu, and I'm surrounded by beautiful friends and family, and I'm feeling all of the virtual love online. So just thank you so much for being here. We're gonna have a great time tonight. Just to give you a quick rundown on everybody with the dinging, please put your phone on silent. Thank you.
It's your dinging.
It's not my dinging, actually. My phone's on silent. Thank you very much. Anyway, but just to give y'all a rundown on how tonight is gonna go, we're going to run through the entire EP from top to bottom so you can hear it how I intended and the full journey of it. And then we're going to go track by track, song by song, and I'm going to be answering questions that y'all asked me and questions that I also got from ChatGPT about the project so you can have a better idea of where I was and where I am in terms of Midnight Hour. So without further ado, I'm going to get you all started online and we'll get started. Oh, wait, hold on. I'm tripping. How we going to have a Midnight Hour listening party and not pray first? Let's get it right. All hearts and minds to God, please. Dear Heavenly Father, I just want to say thank you for this moment. Thank you for the blessing of having my beautiful friends and family surrounding me in person and online. Thank you for the strength that you gave me to create this project and put it out. I pray that it reaches as many people as you desire it to, and that it brings them closer to you and that they have a better understanding of you and our relationship. I pray that you have your hands all over this virtual listening party. Have your way. Let souls be saved. In the name of Jesus, I pray. Amen. Amen. All right, so now, without further ado, I'm going to get you all started. Lord Jesus, I just come to you now, asking for certainty, praying for clarity. I know that any plan you have for me surpasses every plan that I have for myself, so have your way. 500 days since I've been on hiatus. I ain't been the same, and for that, Lord, I'm grateful. Too focused on numbers, too pressed about streams. Lost sight of the vision, forgot how to dream. Back when I was 7, you couldn't tell me nothing. Dreamt about stages and records I'm cutting. I grew up and got so caught up in the noise, I couldn't realize I was losing my voice. Playing myself like I'm Kelly with Nani. Lolo like Lilo, I'm back and forth doubting. Is this my calling, Lord? Is this your plan? I still choose to put all my faith in your hands. Two-figure streams and I'm barely just making it. Watching these microwave artists straight faking it. Used to get jealous, admit I was envious. Your plan is for me, I know how you work, it's just when I'ma see it. Faith is the hope in the things we can't see it. Spiritual eyes is the guide to our greatness. I gotta be humble, I gotta stay patient. 2 years post-college was looking for jobs. The door kept on closing and shutting me down. Lost faith in my purpose, depression took over. The devil came in trying to say it was over. Never forget the 18th of October. Woke up that day with intention and motive. The sunlight was shining, no cloud in the sky. For all that I knew, it was dark as the night. I took a deep breath and I walked to my closet. Locked all my doors and I shut off my conscience. Fell where my neck and I hung off the ceiling. Losing my breath and I'm losing my feelings. The bell kept on snapping, I kept falling down. You did this to me, don't come save me now. Thank God for his mercy, I'm grateful for grace. He fought for my soul on the way to the gates. The last time I fell, I had screamed like I died. My head that got dizzy, I'm seeing the light. I picked up the phone and I called my girl Heaven. I knew it was God cause the mama had answered. Hey baby, what's wrong? Not enough time to go put a mask on. I wept on the line, I was feeling alone. She hurried to go put my girl on the phone. I did it again, I did the unthinkable. Please girl, don't hit me, I had the good reason though. Get out the house girl and get in your light. Remember your name and remember your why. Your Soleille, girl, you are the sun. Fiery goddess, compassionate one. Destined for greatness, girl, don't you remember there's lives on the line? Apply all the pressure. When no one is listening, I promise I am. You my best friend and I'm your biggest fan. One day we gon' laugh by this day, but for now, I'm here to remind you that you got the crown. Man, this record is getting real heavy. I'm bearing my soul. Catharsis I'm shedding. Ain't certain on when I'ma win on this path. I count on my savior, call it Christian man. The weeping was lasting for more than a night. But just like his word said, the joy will arrive. When I get back, I ain't doing no favors. Been 500 days since I've been on hiatus. 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 chosen one, don't need a gun to give respect up on the street. Walking by grace, I move by faith, knowing that every day he took them strides for me. Every little step that I take, give me blessings. Every little breath that I make, give me lessons. Ain't got a doubt, I'm not making no questions. Saying get touched, the Lord of redemption. I'm destined, changing the game with a vengeance. Got angels and ranged with weapons. They ready for war, whatever. In my check, I got victory. What could the enemy do to me? I make the enemy sprawl, stay true to my God. Now watch him take me to the source. I'm moving hard, but I stay down on my job. I'm bringing the kingdom to y'all. Rather be, yeah. No place I'd rather be. No place I'd rather be. Life won't put this stress on you when it wants the best of you. I know it when he sends shadows and valleys. That's my understanding. I don't know how to get out. So I get on my knees and I talk to Jah, knowing that through him I'll make it out. I don't fear a thing, cause in him I believe, and there's no place I'd rather be. Oh please, let me keep your doors one day, and your courts beats 1,000 in this world. Open your gates to me. I'd rather be one of your sheep, Lord, shepherd me. Save me from me. You left 99 for me, gave up paradise for me. I know it, but I still sin again. Add a thorn to your precious head. You endured the cross for me, your rose for me, and through your life, I'm whole and free. I can never repay you, so Lord, I just thank you and worship you with my life. So please, let me keep your doors one day, and your cause beats 1,000 in this world. Open your gates to me. I'd rather be one of your sheep, Lord, shepherd me from the enemies of this world, not me. I trust in your glory. I let go of all my plans. I put my faith in your hands. Never alone will I stand. I follow you to the end. Lead me to the promised land. I'd rather be, yeah, yeah. Yeah. To let you have fight for enjoyment. Enemies that scatter my conquest. You know, easy, no, never forget. I they put my God in front of my problem. Prepare for you and they follow. No be small, oh. Palava there for my head, soul is hollow. But I go swallow. Carry mucho. Pray God I triumph over my sorrow. Cry for my eye, I they ask one thing. Make fire for them that jealous me. Pray on my knees, I they ask for peace. So tell me what their weapons are prospering. I know sabi how much fight where I get for me. Lord, don't make myself a day. While I day for my heart, trouble cover my feet. Kilo day, Baba, yeah, mercy for you picking. Oh, please, mercy me. I'm falling fast and I can't stand on my feet. Though you say I'm still trusting in your word. Will I serve? I just need to know some peace. So please, mercy me. I'm falling fast and I can't stand on my feet. And though you slay, I'm still trusting in your word. Will I serve? I just need to know some peace. Mercy me. Baba, mercy me. Yeah. And though you slay me, I'm still trusting in your word. I will serve. I just need to know some peace. Emotion my de worship. Balendi, you're rejecting me. My D, I'm praying for answers. Mercredi, tu n'es pas facile. Jeudi, I'm down on my knees. I'm begging you, please. Vendredi, you're forsaking me. Samedi, I'm down on my luck, yeah. Soon I'm questioning everything. But I learned if you're last, you will soon be first. And this won't last always, I'm sure. But I'm in the depths of all this hurt. I know that you carry me through words. And that your precious blood still works. But I can't make it, Lord, I can't take it. I need freedom from this. Freedom from this place. Me. I'm falling fast and I can't stand on my feet. And though you say I'm still trusting in your word. Will I serve? I just need to know some peace. So please, mercy me. I'm falling fast and I can't stand no, I can't stand no on my feet. So hopeless as hell, praying that you show me something. Cause run a load, I don't trust nothing. I try to drink it away, spark it away. Day after day, I got tired of praying. I think I'm losing my faith in falling deep into the abyss. All around, I just see darkness. Feel like I'm on a sinking ship. Like a sheep without a shepherd. I know this is the time that I should lean, trusting in your promises for me. But right now, Father, I don't trust a thing. I barely believe what you see in me. I barely have a mustard seed. Father, can I say I'm broken? Cause right now I feel broken. I'm scattered, heart shattered. Feels like my life don't matter. But That's a lie of the enemy. I'm calling you, begging you, Yahweh, come rescue me.
Hey friend, I know right now it might feel really dark, but it is so worth it in the end.
They say the path to depression's a slippery slope. It take one step and two steps to lose where you're going. You wake up one morning on top of the world. By the end of the day, you see your world unfolding. Dangerous, the devil plays with us. And from time to time, there comes a time Jehovah allows it. It's not meant to break you, it's practiced to shape you. But that don't mean that in the midst you won't start to doubt it. Dangerous, it was the first of the month. 3 days to my birthday, I'm starting 25. Kinda dangerous, cause he switched up the vision. He gave us a plan, but that fool couldn't listen. Now my heart is broken, his lust done took over. He's lucky I'm safe, cause if not, I be moving hella dangerous. Now my vision is fading. I barely believe what you see in me. I barely have a mustard seed. Other can I say I'm broken? 'Cause right now I feel broken. I'm scattered, heart shattered. Feels like my life don't matter. But that's a lie of the enemy. I'm calling you, begging you, Yahweh, come rescue me. I barely have a mustard seed. Father, can I say I'm broken? 'Cause right now I feel broken. I'm scattered, heart shattered. Feels like my life don't matter. But that's a lie of the enemy. I'm calling you, begging you, Yahweh, come rescue me. Come rescue me. Come rescue me. I'm calling you, begging you, Yahweh, come rescue. Work so hard, I gotta find my way out. But I know that he's working, so I stay down. Keep my people in my prayers close to me now. 'Cause that's the only thing that's holding me down. I still remember when no one would be around. It was just me and mine. Lost of my brothers, I thought I would make it now. But he kept me around. Stay dedicated, I'm out 'cause I hit it down. Now they bring me around. Turn to the function, I'm walking and shut it down. It's the queen be around. I'm walking by his blood. Can't put no one else above us. When all the money gone, he the only one I trust. I ain't tripping off your love. I get plenty from above. I'ma see when it's done. We'll be all in front of the judge. Work so hard, I gotta find my way out. But I know that he's working, so I stay down on him. Keep my people in my prayers close to me now. 'Cause that's the only thing that's holding me down. Work so hard, I try to find my way out. But I know that he's working, so I stay down on him. Keep my people in my prayers close to me now. 'Cause that's the only thing that's holding me down. Stay down. Dear Father, I hope it's a good time to call you. Got a lot on my mind and I wanna run it by you before I go any farther. I'm deep in the wilderness, Lord. I'm seeking your presence some more and I'm needing your wisdom and power. Send it through me and I give you the honor. I know it, the world is a mess right now. The enemy's running around. He know that his time up. He working overtime trying to bring everyone down. And it's disheartening watching people get slaughtered. Talks of disease, leaders deceived. She walk around without knowing they shepherd. Talk to me, Jesus, and give me your message. The season is teaching obedient faith. Arms are wide open, receiving your grace. Working through things I can't even explain. I follow your steps while you leading the way. Sometimes it's hard to believe in your way. Cause where there is joy, there must also be pain. Trust and believe there's a gift in the present. Pick up my cross and I walk through the lesson. No shadow, no valley, no rain, no thunder. Jesus, you blessed, they can't take me under. No heartbreak, no extra, no mental distraction. Too keen to focus to be going backwards. No leaning on my understanding, no never. Give you my life and you got me forever. The heart of a servant, the strength of a soldier. I follow your will to the day that it's over. I'm calling the main line, calling the main line. Won't you pick up the main line? Calling the main line. No more practice, it's game time. Call him on the main line, and he'll get you every time. I'm calling the main line. I'm calling the main line. Jesus, pick up the main line. Calling the main line. No more practice, it's game time. Call on the main line, and he'll get you every time. Yeah. Soleille. Call him, want you. Call him. Figure it out. I don't know how I'ma figure it out. I look to the sky trying to figure it out. Is it too late? They said dream man, big old dreams is just for the juvies and the crazies. But I can't let this one go. I've been down for way too long. And my friends say I gotta be strong. My mind says I gotta hold on. But I don't know, baby. Can't let go. Figure it out, gotta figure it out. Somehow I know, I don't know. Somehow I know, through the doubt and the darkness, it's gonna work out in the end. To the sky trying to figure it out. Figure it out. Down and defeated, but I can't stop dreaming. I can't know myself, I'm just way too high. I'm selling out stages, I'm found in the living. I see my name shining and flashing lights. Cause I'm one in a million. And I can't shake the feeling that I'm destined for greatness. Is bigger than me. This for my family tree. Yeah, I don't know, baby. Can't let go. Figure it out, gotta figure it out. Somehow I know. I don't know. Somehow I know. Through the doubt and the darkness, the light will come again. Yeah. I don't know. Can't let go. Figure it out, gotta figure it out. Somehow I know. Say I know. Through the doubt and the darkness, it's gonna work out in the end. Figure it out, I'ma figure it out. Figure it out. Look to the sky trying to figure it out.
25,000 children became orphans as they lost one or both parents in the bomb.
Now, there's been shock in eastern DR Congo over the killing in Benin of 26 people in an attack.
The crisis unfolding right now in the western regions together.
Armed groups control at least 60%.
Melanin, you look so sweet on my skin. And you know, I've been told we got gold all up in these bones. It's almost like we chosen. Like it's time for them to read back what they sold. I ain't talking vision, but I got my potent. And they know it. It's making me wild. My people gotta die. Oh no, why? My people gotta cry. It's an evil way of life. We gon' ride from the river to the sea. Palestine, you will be free. DIC, you will be free. IAT, you will be free. Last week, you will be free. I want my people to be free. I want black people to be free. All God's people will be free.
to 8 times in her own house.
This man kneeled on a man's neck.
One day you just wake up and go to the store. You got $20 in your pocket, turn to gold. Chubby cut your skin back, you constantly under attack. You got us needing for you, you cannot breathe, you cannot respond. Shit, help me. Somebody help me. I can't breathe. Help me. Please, please, oh please. Can you hear me? Tell me why my people gotta die. I can hear Lord tell me why my people gotta cry. Just to leave away your life. We gon' rise from the river to the sea. Palestine, you will be free. DIC, you will be free. IAP, you will be free. Life, you will be free. I want my people to be free. I want black people to be free. All God's people will be free. Black lives matter! 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 Now y'all can't hear me. Hopefully you can hear me now. And this is why my girl Heaven is on the live, because she gonna get me right.
Shout out to Heaven.
Shout out to my girl Hev. And some of the interludes you can hear. She said yes.
There we go.
There we go. Won't he do it? Okay. So like I said, please, we're gonna take a 5 to 7 minute intermission, get you some food, get you right. In the meantime, if y'all want to ask some questions about the project, I'm gonna have questions. The next section of this, we're going to go through the project again and just go song by song. I want to tell you the story behind it, where my mind and my heart was, so you can have a better understanding. So when we listen to it the second time through, you have a better understanding than just a blind listen. So take your 5 to 7 minutes, get yourself right, and we'll be right back. I'm gonna still be here, but just let me know if you have questions. We're here.
While we're intermissioning, I just definitely wanted to get off mute and just say I'm thankful for everybody who is in this virtual room, in this physical room. That Jesus is Lord. Thank y'all so much for just supporting me over the course of this journey. I'm obviously going to get into it as I talk more about the project, but it has been a road to midnight hour. A lot of faith building. I feel like I got broken apart and put back together in the process of making this. So this is very personal for me. I feel like as an artist, we always put out personal music, but being personal about your relationship with God is a different type of personal. So I wanted to be very intentional and didn't want to take this lightly. So everybody who is in this room virtually and in person, I thank God for you. And I'm going to try to get through this listening party without crying. We're going to see how that goes. But I know, but genuinely my... but my heart is so full, and I'm just so thankful for all of y'all. But yeah, back to y'all intermission. Y'all got about 3 or so minutes. I should have put a timer, but you know me. So we'll be back. Thank you, Dad. I love you. Hi, Tonton. My François says, hi, Tonton. Hi, Tonton. We are currently live. Hi, beautiful people. Thank you. So we have a couple guests who are getting in, so we're just gonna let them settle in and put your listening ears back on because we're about to run through it again. Like I said, track by track, and then we're gonna be able to actually talk about the project. Woo! Woo! So we'll be back in T-minus 65 seconds. Look, put me to it. Set a timer for 65 seconds. We'll be back.
Say what's up. I was good, Shrink. First time on the stream.
First time on the stream.
Yeah, she turned it on.
We're not Kaisa Nuts. Shout out Kaisa Nuts. What's up, Maddie Joe? You want to pop in the stream real quick?
Maddie Joe.
Big Maddie Joe. Yeah, you already know what it is.
Dude, what's up, chat?
What's up, chat?
What's up, chat?
5 seconds. Did it not? Oh, hold on.
Is it the same one for your phone?
Yes. All right, beautiful people. Everybody get your headphones. Yes, please, headphones back on. Do you know how to spell? Do I even know how to spell? You got this. Bow.
I did it. Turn it off.
Look, I was first in spelling bee. So.
Oh, we have to turn these back on?
Yeah, did it turn off again?
Did it turn off?
I think mine did.
The earrings.
No, this is mine.
Okay. It'll be good. Okay. You want to test with the begin 500 days real quick?
There we go. Okay, she's back on.
Me no. Don't we love the technicalities? Hold on.
Oh,
Try again.
the hair tie is not hair tie.
Okay. Y'all hearing? Y'all hearing things? Yeah, he paused it. Y'all hearing things though? Play it again for me, Alex.
Are you hearing?
Are you hearing? Come here. Yeah? Yeah?
Are you doing questions? Or?
I am.
Yeah, because we're pausing it sometimes.
Yeah, I just want to make sure y'all hear it. Good. All right, bet. All right. So to start off, before we kick it off, I'm going to kind of give you a synopsis of Midnight Hour and what brought me here. I went on a hiatus. Oh, you can X out of it and just start from the beginning. Yep. Mm-hmm. I went on a hiatus for approximately 500 days, as the first song suggests. Prior to that, I have been singing and performing and doing music since I was 7, officially as Soleille since 2018. And I was working extremely hard. There was not a stage in the DMV that I was not on during those years. She was at all the shows in New Orleans, held it down. My day 2 family, they were all at all my shows in college. But it got really hard around 2022. I went through a phase where I was putting out a new song every month for approximately 12 months. And I just wasn't seeing the progression that I wanted to see as an artist, the progression that I felt that I deserved. So it got discouraging. And, as an artist, you're sensitive about your stuff. So I was really sensitive, and I had done a showcase to perform for Broccoli City Festival. And for those who aren't in the DMV, it's the biggest music festival in the DMV. And I did that showcase performance, and I put my entire heart and soul into it and was so certain that I was going to get that spot. And then when I didn't get it, it was just kind of like the final nail in the coffin for me. So I was really discouraged and down, and I had lost sight of why I love music and why I do it. I got so caught up in comparison to my peers and just other artists, and I lost why I got called to do music in the first place. Because it wasn't just I did it because I like it. I truly believe that God has called me to use my gift as a weapon. That is one lesson that I've learned, that my voice and my gift and my writing, my music is a weapon. So I had to take time away to regroup and figure out who Soraya is before I could figure out who Soleille is. And that time period was dark. So to briefly chat about 500 days, oh, Jesus. So during that time, I was really, really down and really depressed. And I was just doubting everything. On top of being uncertain with music, I was 2 years out of college. I couldn't find a job. I was living at home. I was just really discouraged. And it got to the point where, trigger warning. I got to the point where I thought about taking my own life. And it was really, really difficult for me. It wasn't something where I wrote a note or told my family. I had just had these emotions build up, and I woke up on, like I say in the song, on October 18th of 2022, and I just decided that I was going to do it. And oh, Jesus. So I described it in the song, but I walked into my closet and I just decided that this was going to be it. And I had tried to, I'm not going to replicate it because I don't know how strict YouTube is. Very strict. But I tried to take a belt and take my own life. And in that moment, the belt had snapped. The belt had snapped 3 times while I was in my closet. And I was in there screaming and talking to God like, you haven't been hearing my prayers. You haven't been seeing me. So don't try to come and save me now. And even in that moment, y'all, even in that moment, he came and he saved me. So it was really hard. And I ended up calling my girl Heaven, like I say in the song, I ended up calling Heaven because this girl was at work and I didn't really want to bother her yet. But I call Heaven and her mom picks up the phone, and her mom is my second mom. She's my New Orleans mama, and I know she's watching too. Mama B, I love you so much. She picked up the phone, and I couldn't mask what I was going through in the moment. And she ran and gave Heaven the phone. And the first thing, before I could even tell Heaven what I did, the first thing she said to me was, step outside, get out of your house, get in the sunlight. So I went outside and I sat in the sunlight, and she was just like, remember who you are, remember your name, remember why you're here. And that got me through that day. And then I went and spent the rest of the day with her and got me through it. And it was a journey, but it just showed me that even in my darkest moment, when I thought that God had forgotten about me and left me, he didn't. So I know that got really heavy, but the project starts really heavy. Don't worry, street praise are gonna turn it up. But we had to start it off by just giving you the truth of the matter. So without further ado, I'm gonna share with you 500 Days.
Oh Jesus, I just come to you now, asking for certainty, praying for clarity. I know that any plan you have for me surpasses every plan that I have for myself, so have your way. 500 days since I've been on hiatus. I ain't been the same, and for that, Lord, I'm grateful. Too focused on numbers, too pressed about streams. Lost sight of the vision, forgot how to dream. Back when I was 7, you couldn't tell me nothing. Dreamt about stages and records I'm cutting. I grew up and got so caught up in the noise, I couldn't realize I was losing my voice. Playing myself like I'm Khaled with Nani. Lolo like Lilo, I'm back and forth doubting. Is this my calling, Lord? Is this your plan? I still choose to put all my faith in your hands. Two big dreams and I'm barely just making it. Watching these microwave artists straight faking it. Used to get jealous, admit I was envious. Your plan is for me, I know how you work, it's just when I'ma see it. Faith is the hope in the things we can't see it. Spiritual eyes is the guide to our greatness. I gotta be humble, I gotta stay patient. 2 years post-college was looking for jobs. The door kept on closing and shutting me down. Lost faith in my purpose, depression took over. The devil came in trying to say it was over. Never forget the 18th of October. Woke up that day with intention and motive. The sunlight was shining, no cloud in the sky. For all that I knew, it was dark as the night. I took a deep breath and I walked to my closet. Locked all my doors and I shut off my conscience. Fell around my neck and I hung off the ceiling. Losing my breath and I'm losing my feelings. The bell kept on snapping, I kept falling down. You did this to me, don't come save me now. Thank God for his mercy, I'm grateful for grace. He fought for my soul on the way to the gates. The last time I fell, I had screamed like I died. My head I got dizzy, I'm seeing the light. I picked up the phone and I called my girl Heaven. I knew it was God cause her mama had answered. Hey baby, what's wrong? Not enough time to go put a mask on. I wept on the line, I was feeling alone. She hurried to go put my girl on the phone. I did it again, I did the unthinkable. Please girl, don't hit me, I had a good reason though. Get out the house girl and get in your light. Remember your name and remember your why. You Soleille, girl, you are the sun. Fiery goddess, compassionate one. Destined for greatness, girl, don't you remember there's lives on the line? Apply all the pressure. When no one is listening, I promise I am. You my best friend and I'm your biggest fan. One day we gon' laugh about this day, but for now, I'm here to remind you that you got the crown. Man, this record is getting real heavy. I'm bearing my soul. Catharsis I'm shedding. Ain't certain on when I'ma win on this path. I count on my savior, call it Christian man. The weeping was lasting for more than a night. But just like his word said, the joy will arrive. When I get back, I ain't doing no favors. Been 500 days since I've been on hiatus. 500 days since I've been on hiatus. 500 days since I've been on hiatus. 500 days since I've been on hiatus.
Mama B said there was no sound. Okay, there's sound now. We should have sound now. But just to repeat it for the people online, the first question was, Midnight Hour reflects my personal journey. What is the most important lesson I've learned over the past 2 years? It is that my voice is a weapon, that my praise is a weapon. I was so focused on just wanting to be a star. I had done performing arts camps and all the things when I was a child. And I was like convinced that, you know, I was going to be the next thing popping. And when it didn't happen according to my timeline, I got discouraged. And even now I still get discouraged and still kind of get into a spirit of comparison, but just understanding that like this music is not just for me, that the reason why I create music is not just for me. It's for evangelism. It's spiritual warfare at a certain point. Don't mean to get deep, but it's deep. So that's the lesson that I'll say I learned. And the second question is, how has my walk with Christ shaped who I am today, both personally and creatively? I literally would not be here if it was not for my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Like, this is not just a hat that I wear. It's not just me saying it's never luck. It's always God. He is everything in my life. I'm not a perfect human, but one thing my tribe knows about me is I do not play about Jesus at all. I would not be here if it was not for his goodness and his grace and his mercy in my life. Even when I doubt him, even when I don't feel it every day, I would not be here without him. And creatively, it changed how I made music. I would say the music that I made prior to my hiatus was worldly. And I want to make this distinction that I'm not going to be like exclusively a Christian artist now. I've had a lot of people ask me that. I'm a Christian, period. But I'm a Black noise artist. I will always be a Black noise artist. And that means I will be making R&B, Afro beats, hip hop, trap, gospel, dance hall.
Why she throw trap in before
country, if I feel it. You know what I'm saying? If I feel it. I don't know. But if I feel it. But all that to say is the subject matter was a lot more worldly back then because I didn't understand the power of my music. So even I'll be talking about, you know, life and the goodness of life and heartbreak and all the things. Y'all get the exclusive because y'all are on the live. I do have a project coming out on Valentine's Day called Heartbreak is the Color Blue. It will be an R&B project. But all that to say is, but why I do it and the subject matter, I don't want to talk about sin in the world. I want to talk about things that are uplifting and elevating, even when it's dark and heavy, because just because you walk with God don't mean to walk is easy. Copy. All right, so moving, you know, sounds right. So moving right along, we gonna go into the next record, Street Praise. Jasmine's favorite song, by the way.
I'm gonna talk about it afterwards.
We gonna talk about it afterwards. Say less. All right, bet.
Chosen one, don't need a gun to give respect up on the street. Walking by grace, I move by faith, knowing that every day he took me strides for me. Every little step that I take, give me blessings. Every little breath that I make, give me lessons. Ain't got a doubt, I'm making no questions. Saying against the Lord of predestined. I'm destined, changing the game with a vengeance. Got angels and rage with weapons. They ready for war, whatever. In my check, I got victory. What could the enemy do to me? I make the enemy sprawl, stay true to my God. Now watch him take me to the source. I'm moving hard, but I stay down on my job. I'm bringing the kingdom to y'all, queen of them all. Blessings are found when I talk. I walk in the fullness of Yahweh. It started when I play my mind. Stay that eternal look at my mind straight. New blessings awaiting me each day. It's what I'm ahead and call street praise.
Yeah. So that's Street Praise. Street Praise is my jam. I actually wrote that. I wrote that before I let you go on your rant. I got you. I promise I do. I wrote this song way back in 2020. I was gonna put out a project called 60 Seconds or Less. It did not come out that way. Thanks, girl, Leah. It's my song too. It's her song. It's her song, but it's my song. If I'm being honest. But I put this on. I wrote it in 2020. She's usually the first person. Her and Heaven are literally like the first people to hear my songs. So she heard it. And she was like, "When is it coming out?" And like I kept putting songs out after that wasn't street praise. And every time she'd be like, "Okay, like I love the song, but like, hold on, I don't feel like y'all can hear me." Maybe y'all can hear me now because I know the sound was being weird. Okay. But she was like, I love the song, but like, when are you putting out street praise? And the purpose of this song was to show that like there is joy in the Lord. I start the project off so heavy with what I'm going through, but wanted to also be like, bro, there's joy. Like you could really walk and stomp, because at the same time, I love trap music. I love to bop. I love to be on the road doing the speed limit on the highway.
Catch yourself real quick. Catch yourself.
Doing the speed limit, but you know, playing some good bop. You know, maybe 5 miles per hour. There we go. My parents are watching. Let me chill. But no, seriously. But wanted to show that like you can make bumping music and hard hitting music that can talk about God and worship God. Like it doesn't always have to be about drinking and smoking and killing people. You can talk about God and have it crank too, because at the end of the day, we gonna crank. So that was the reason why I street praise. So before I answer the next 2 questions, go ahead, child.
No, you took half of the rant, because the rant was basically the rant was basically what she said. Every time she would put out a new song, I'm like, yes, this is great, this is perfect, love it, I'm here for it, queen. Yes. But when it's street praise,
it's street praise? Because
the first time she showed me this, I was like, this is a hit and I want it now. I want it now.
Yeah.
And then she just kept pushing it and pushing it and pushing it. She would perform it.
I would.
But then wouldn't put it out.
So like by the time the song came out, she was like, fine, I guess.
It wasn't that. It was a lot of excitement. There was a lot of me bouncing. There was a lot of bouncing around the apartment.
You see the beauty of God's timing. It came out for the right project.
It did.
So we hear that.
We're not going to rush it in the wrong project. I was just saying, you know, you could have put it out as a single at some point.
Anyway. This is my best friend of over 11 years, if you cannot tell.
Yeah.
So the next question is, can you share a specific moment when you felt God's presence during a difficult time? Well, I think I described it in 500 days. I don't think you can get more difficult than that.
You know.
But other than that moment, I would just say the times when y'all don't know, over the course of making this project, the amount of times that I cried and doubted myself and was like, God, do you hear me? And it would literally be like the next day. I think I can think of a recent moment. It was getting close to the release of this, and I was like, nobody's liking my post. Nobody's reposting it. People don't care. Like, should I even put this out? And my church, shout out Kingdom Fellowship, and so my church, Kingdom Fellowship AME, they had a fall revival, and the second night, it was this amazing pastor. Her name was Pastor Tish. And she just gave this word that was just like the confirmation. And God would always do that, whether it was a verse that I would end up reading or some post that I would see where I'll go to church and it would feel like him. It'd be like her, my pastor, Pastor Watley, would just be talking right to me. And I would feel God's presence in that moment. Like, okay, God, I hear you. Like, yes, it might feel like 3 people are listening, but I don't know the impact that it's having on those 3 people and where those 3 people could take it. So again, try not to be too focused on numbers, too pressed about streams, and just thinking about souls and lives impacted. Next question is, what do I hope listeners understand about me through this project is that walking with God is a journey, and it's not always easy. I think one of the best pieces of feedback I got from one of my good friends, Maria Carmen, is that this project it puts my relationship with God on full display. It shows the highs of it. It shows the lows of it. It shows the joys of it. It shows the despair of it all. And I think one thing that people get off about walking with God or Christianity as a whole is that once you give your life to Christ, it's just everything is good. So then when it doesn't get good, it's like, oh, God, are you here? Are you real? Do you care? But it's like, oh, I'm here. But at the same time, because of the fall of man, we are put on this earth also to go through suffering and endurance. But it's him holding your hand throughout the journey of it that makes life worth living, and knowing that when it is all said and done, that I'm here, well done, my good and faithful servant. Because that's all I want at the end of the day. So yeah, without further ado, we're going to get into track 3, Rather Be. Give me one
Rather be, yeah. No place I'd rather be. No place I'd rather be. Life won't put this stress on you when it wants the best of you. I know it when he sends shadows and valleys past my understanding. I don't know how to get out. So I get on my knees and I talk to Jah, knowing that through him I'll make it out. I don't fear a thing, cause in him I believe, and there's no place I'd rather be. Oh, please let me keep your doors one day, and your courts beats 1,000 in this world. Open your gates to me. I'd rather be one of your sheep, Lord, shepherd me. Save me from me. You left 99 for me, gave up paradise for me. I know it, but I still sin again. Add a thorn to your precious head. You endured the cross for me, your rose for me, and through your life, I'm whole and free. I can never repay you, so Lord, I just thank you and worship you with my life. So please let me keep your doors one day, and your cause beats 1,000 in this world. Open your gates to me. I'd rather be one of your sheep, Lord, shepherd me from the enemies of this world. Not me, I trust in your glory. I let go of all my plans. I put my faith in your hands. Never alone will I stand. I follow you to the end. Lead me to the promised land. I'd rather be,
I was just about to say,
This one just hits on like old school R&B.
Yeah, so rather be for me, that one is, again, that's a very, very personal. I think this was my version of just like making worship music. When I first wanted to do music at my old church, one thing they would always ask me is, when are you gonna make gospel music? When are you gonna make gospel music? Are you gonna make gospel music? And at the time I was like low-key being rebellious, like, no, like I'm gonna make it when I want to make it. But it has to be right. I didn't want to just make gospel music and just make anything. But rather be was just like, it was literally me and God. Like, it was literally me in my studio with my hands up like this and the lights off. It was the most, I think, Holy Spirit infused song. So I'm glad y'all felt it. Yeah. I really love that song. I think it blends, like you said, R&B really well, which is like my version of worship. So I'm glad y'all felt that one. It's definitely one of my favorites for sure. Jasmine said she want to ask me the question. So we at question 5 now.
Question 5?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so question 5, y'all. What role has your faith played in your healing and growth during the time you were away from music?
Oh, Jesus. My faith was built up. It was broken down. Like I don't even really know how to articulate it. It's like, it's the reason why I'm still here and the reason why I'm still doing it. It's like when I would be discouraged and then I would write a song and just remember why I do it. And no one gets to hear what I hear in my head until it's a recording. I think one of the only people is you, Jasmine, who actually hears, like, 'cause she hears the voice memos of just me singing into my phone. And I had this song for maybe about a year and some change now. And I wouldn't be anywhere without my faith and without God. So yeah, it's everything, to say the least. Yeah.
Are there any questions?
Are there any questions from the audience? Any questions from the audience? Don't let me sit here in awkward silence because I got ChatGPT questions. If y'all want to play.
I'm screaming.
I mean, we went into detail, like
Yeah.
you gave a description for each song. I was gonna ask, like, what's your writing process like in general? Like,
my writing process is me sitting in my room with a bonnet, usually crying. Like, that's really it. I had someone tell me, like, we'd love to see, like, when I'm in my content creation, we'd love to see, like, your writing process. And I'm like, there's nothing glamorous. Like, I wish I was sitting in a studio and it's like vibes. Right. I'm sitting in that room back there, and it's either like 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock, okay, or like 3 o'clock in the morning, and I'm literally just like playing a beat that I get from my producer. Shout out Sugar Beats from the Ukraine, and I just write to it. I think that's the thing. But why I also say I don't necessarily want to just put myself into one genre of music, because I don't go in saying I'm gonna make an R&B song today or I make a hip hop song. I'm like, oh, I like this beat, all right, bet. And then I'm like, I think the Holy Spirit just kind of takes over, and I just start writing, and then I come up with melodies, and then it just kind of builds out into a song.
That's up.
Yeah, Ready, Joe?
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also an artist.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Big Joe. Follow at Real Maddie Joe.
You gotta pop in. You gotta pop
in and ask a question, brother. Big Joe.
So my question,
yeah,
because I know music is a form of therapy for
absolutely.
artists. So my question to you is, has there ever been a time, or do you still go through times where you're afraid to pour out your emotion into the music?
Yes.
And do you hold back, or do you just give your all when you're doing music?
Ooh, Jesus. I hold back. That's a good question. I hold back at first. Like, I'll write something. Here's what happened. I'll write something and be like, do I want them to know my business like that? Yeah. And then I'll kind of like edit it. Like, I have this one song. I won't say which song, it's kind of adding people. But I had one song that I put out, and I sent it to Heaven, and she was like, so it sounds great. It's just really, really, really personal. And the people who know gonna know who you talking about. So do you want to do that? And I was like, at first I'm like, I don't care. Yeah. But then I had to sit and think about it. And I was like, So that's when I go kind of into the like revising process. But for the most part, I don't think I hold back. Like, I'll revise how I say things, but I'm like, I want to be authentic to my experience, because there's somebody out there going through what I'm going through. So I don't try to hold it back. Yeah. Thank you, Sai.
Yeah. Any other question?
I think it's number 6. Yeah.
All right, number 6. What is your favorite song on the project?
Ooh, my favorite song, it changes. I think
you got 9 options. Pick one.
It changes. I think for a long time it was Mercy Me. Just because I love Afro beats. It's my core of who I am. But also that's another song that I wrote at a very, very vulnerable time. Again, y'all, I ain't had no job for 2 years. Your girl was struggling. And that song, which I'll talk about it when I get into it, which I'm about to, of just like, Lord, please have mercy on your child. Like, take me off the strongest soldier list and put me on the blessings list, because I'm tired of the character building. I beg. So I'll say that's my favorite, but Figure It Out has been creeping into my favorite, just because it reminds me of like Brandy, old R&B. So yeah. It's not there.
A chew.
I'll be sneezing like a little mouse, y'all. Y'all not about to catch me like that.
No, we're gonna get it at least once on the stream.
Probably at least
we
once.
Might get 5. She's been sneezing 7. Multiple times in
our So yeah, without further ado, we're gonna put out the next track, which is Mercy Me. Yeah. Yeah. To let you have fight for enjoyment. Enemies that scatter my conquest. You know, easy, no, never forget. I dey put my God in front.
to my problem. But for ya they follow, no be small, oh. Palabra there for my head, soul is hollow. But I go swallow, carry mucho. They gonna triumph over my sorrow. Cry for my eye, I they ask one thing. Make fire for them that jealous me. Pray on my knees, I they ask for peace. So tell me what their weapons are prospering. I know Sabi how much fight where I get for me. Lord, don't make on myself, I did. While I did for my heart, trouble cover my feet. Kilo de Baba, yeah, mercy for you picking. Oh, please, mercy me. I'm falling fast and I can't stand on my feet. Though you say I'm still trusting in your word. Will I serve? I just need to know some peace. So please, mercy me. I'm falling fast and I can't stand on my feet. And though you slay, I'm still trusting in your word. Will I serve? I just need to know some peace. Mercy me. Baba, mercy me. Yeah. And though you slay me, I'm still trusting in your word. I will serve. I just need to know some peace. Emotion name I they worship. Balendi, you're rejecting me. Madi, I'm praying for answers. Mercredi, tu n'es pas facile. J'ai dit I'm down on my knees. I'm begging you, please. Vendredi, you're forsaking me. Sunday, I'm down on my luck, yeah. Soon I'm questioning everything. But I learned if you're last, you will soon be first. And this won't last always, I'm sure. But I'm in the depths of all this hurt. I know that you carry me through worse. And that your precious blood still works. But I can't make it, Lord, I can't take it. I need freedom from this curse. So this please, me. I'm falling fast and I can't stand on my feet. Though you say I'm still trusting in your word. Will I serve? I just need to know some peace. So please, mercy me. I'm falling fast and I can't stand, no, I can't stand, no, on my feet. So though you slay me, I'm still trusting in your word. I will serve. Lord, just give my soul some peace. Mercy me.
She's different.
She does it all.
Okay. Quick little story time about Mercy. I was kind of talking about it before, but again, I wrote this. I actually wrote this at the beginning of 2023. Like I said in the beginning, from 2022 and 2023, I still ain't had no job, y'all, and it was rough. I ended up getting the job that I have now in March of 2023. So hey, God is amazing. But and shout out to my coworkers who are also watching. But at this point, it was like, okay, I went through like the darkest of the dark with 500 days. And it was like, okay, I'm not going that dark again, but like, Lord have mercy. When are we about to have the but God part? You know, everybody be giving their testimony. They're like, I got hit by a car, lightning struck me, I got bit by a shark, but God. I was like, where's my but God? I'm sitting here waiting. And in that waiting season, it was just like, Lord Jesus, just have mercy on me. I just felt like it was like something after something after something after something. And this was just that Psalm 22 moment, that moment of like, my God, why have you forsaken me? And just feeling very forsaken. I say that in the song. I'm mixing a bit of Pidgin English and French because that's my background, but just being like, Lord, I feel forsaken in this morning. I know your word says that you would never leave me or forsake me, but David felt forsaken. Jesus felt forsaken. So who am I that I'm not going to have moments where I feel forsaken, even though I know that you're there? So I wanted to be real to that. And again, it's that thing of like, just because you walk with God and Jesus loves you, you could be even one of God's favorites. You're still going to go through the ups and downs. And I wanted this project to be very authentic to those ups and downs. Yeah. What's up, Kathy, baby?
My question is...
Speaking to the mic. No,
I was saying, because we had a conversation on the side about what your favorite part, well, not your favorite part, but one of the parts that you look forward to as an artist, you performing.
Yeah.
So I was going to ask, kind of piggybacking off of what when you said about the writing process. I would say, do you imagine yourself dancing to certain songs?
Yeah.
Performing certain songs?
Yeah, absolutely. Y'all, I'll be in my room at the Grammys.
Crying in the bonnet,
yes.
You know,
I'll put my good wig on and really like in my head, I'm at the Grammys or I'm at the VMAs and I see set design, I see colors, I see everything. We got something special coming for this song, so y'all stay tuned. I'm super excited for it. But definitely, yeah, I've seen the performances because before anything, I was a performer. I was a theater kid, so I always see the show. So it's just a matter of, and I see it so vividly that I know it's like there's no way in this life I will not do it. C'est pas possible. So it's just continuing that moment, and that's what makes me. I think that's my edge as a performer. I'll say naturally, I believe that I have good music, but it's usually my live shows that make people like fans of me. So definitely, yes.
So I look forward to it.
Thanks, man. And yes, Shina. Yes. Oh yeah. Yeah, that was me crying in the beginning. You hear me like, so I was going to narrate the verse in Job that says, yea, though he slay me, yet still I trust him. Because that's the through line of the song. But when I was doing it, it just wasn't sounding right. And my studio was messing up so bad this day. And like, it was just clicking. And it felt like the devil was trying to do everything he could to stop me from recording this song. And then like mixing the song sounded crazy. So I was just in my room and I got so frustrated that I started crying. And I was like, this is how I feel in the song. So I'm just going to cry on the mic. And that's what I did. And it didn't sound corny. So I kept it. And it felt authentic to the progression of the project.
It helps in the story time.
Exactly.
The theater kid in you.
The theater kid in me. Yeah. It's like story time. Yeah, I'm sad.
But God. All right. How would you describe the heart and soul of Midnight Hour?
How would I describe the heart and soul of Midnight Hour? Late in the midnight hour, God's gonna turn it around. That's literally like, I really stand by the weeping may endure for a night, but joy may come in the morning. And weeping endured for many a nights. And I want people to understand that like it's poetic, that it doesn't mean one night you cry and the next day it's everything is roses. It's like many a night over the course of my hiatus, over the course of the production of this EP, I have cried so much. And I'm not even a cry baby type of girl, but 2024 has turned me into a cry baby. And I rebuke the spirit of cry baby in 2025. In Jesus' name. It will not happen. But no, seriously, serious. Sorry, y'all, I'm joking. But no, seriously, I think, why did I lose track of the question? What was the question again? Oh, the heart and soul, yeah. Though weeping may endure for a night, joy will come in the morning. And though there were many nights that I was crying and down and doubting, I did have those moments of joy. Like, yes, I haven't seen the full fruits of my labor in terms, because of course my dream and my goal is to do music full time, to be a full-time artist, to be able to retire my parents and pay for my siblings' school and be able to live a good life off of my gift. But there have been moments of joy. I got an amazing job. We moved into an apartment together. I was able to buy a car. Like and I'm back in school getting my master's degree. I've had moments of,
yes.
Thank you, Lord.
That with the brain.
I've had moments of joy in the midst of the turmoil. So yes, weeping may endure for a night, but joy will come in the morning. I think throughout the project, you hear these dark, heavy moments of sadness, but then there's also the joy of it, because loving Jesus is fun, y'all. It's not just sad and deep all the time. So understanding that balance. Yeah.
All right. So we know that this entire project is your relationship with God.
For sure. Putting that out. If you didn't know.
For the entire world to see. And that's
right.
One thing.
Yeah.
It's a very, very personal EP for you. What would you say is the most personal song on the EP to you?
Ooh. The one that I'm about to play next.
Ooh. Come on, foreshadowing.
Transition.
Yes, transition.
The one I'm about to play next, Mustard Seed, and I'll get into it once I play it. But
look at that segue.
Come on, segue. So let's get into Mustard Seed.
This ain't fair, this ain't fair. In my prayer, Lord, this ain't fair. In my all left with despair. In my prayer, in my... Why am I playing myself? Laying here feeling hopeless as hell. Praying that you show me something. Cause run alone, I don't trust nothing. I try to drink it away, spark it away. Day after day, I got tired of praying. I think I'm losing my faith in falling deep into the abyss. All around, I just see darkness. Feel like I'm on a sinking ship, like a sheep without a shepherd. I know this is the time that I should lean, trusting in your promises for me. But right now, Father, I don't trust a thing. I barely believe what you see in me. I barely have a mustard seed. Father, can I say I'm broken? Cause right now I feel broken. I'm scattered, heart shattered. Feels like my life don't matter. But that's a lie of the enemy. I'm calling you, begging you, Yahweh, come rescue me.
Hey friend, I know right now it might look really dark, but it is so worth it in the end.
They say the path to depression's a slippery slope. It take one step, then two steps to lose where you're going. You wake up one morning on top of the world. By the end of the day, you see your world unfolding. Dangerous, the devil plays with us. And from time to time, there comes a time Jehovah allows it. It's not meant to break you, it's practiced to shape you. But that don't mean that in the midst you won't start to doubt it. Dangerous, it was the first of the month. 3 days to my birthday, I'm starting 25. Kinda dangerous, cause he switched up the vision. He gave us a plan, but that fool couldn't listen. Now my heart is broken, his lust done took over. He's lucky I'm safe, cause if not, I be moving hella dangerous. Now my vision is fading. I barely believe what you see in me. I barely have a mustard seed. Father, can I say I'm broken? Cause right now I feel broken. I'm scattered, heart shattered. Feels like my life don't matter. But that's a lie of the enemy. I'm calling you, begging you, Yahweh, come rescue me. I barely have a mustard seed. Father, can I say I'm broken? Cause right now I feel broken. I'm scattered, heart shattered. Feels like my life don't matter. But that's a lie of the enemy. I'm calling you, begging you, Yahweh, come rescue me. Rescue me. Come rescue me. I'm calling you, begging you, Yahweh, come rescue.
It is a journey, people. So yeah, story time about mustard seed before we get into some questions. This is the newest song that I wrote on the project. I wrote this honestly a couple months ago. And like I said, 2024 has turned me into a cry baby type of baby. Not to put too much of my business out there, but just to be forthcoming, because like I did say, I'm putting out Heartbreak is the Color Blue project on Valentine's Day. Keep it locked. Yeah. But I went through a breakup this year, and the breakup was earth-shattering, to say the least, for me. It put me in a really dark place. It had me rethink my relationship with myself, my relationship with other people, and my relationship with God, because there's a part where I say in the record, he gave us a plan, but that fool couldn't listen. And it's because I had fervently believed that the person that I was with at the time was the person that God had for me. And that was my person, because God had showed me a vision of me ending up with that person. But God has a plan for us, but it's also because we have free will. We have to do things that are in alignment with that plan. And when that doesn't happen, things happen. So it didn't end up working that way. And it had me question, like, okay, did I hear God properly? Was this? So it had me questioning a lot of things about me. So between the breakup and dealing with the uncertainty of music, I had barely had the faith of a mustard seed. You know how the Bible says, all you need is the faith of a mustard seed and you can tell a mountain to move. And I was like, Jesus, I barely got that. Like, I don't even know if you've seen a mustard seed, it's literally like this big. And at the time I was like, Lord, I don't know if I got it. It broke my faith at one point, because I was like, I don't deserve good things to happen to me. I don't know why God continues to keep me here. But it's like, I have to go back to that thinking of, if that was the case, he wouldn't have saved me on the day that he did. So it's like I keep waking up every day. So there's a reason why I'm here, and it's larger than myself. But in those moments, it's like I put in the parentheses of the song is dangerous, because it's dangerous to have that mindset of thinking. It's dangerous to not have faith, because for me, I'm a person, I literally have hope tatted on me. Like I thrive off of having hope. If I don't have hope, none of this matters. But being, again, honest in my journey of, there's the high of street praise and the high of rather be, where it's like, I don't want to be anywhere but next to God. And there's the low of like, I don't even think you here right now or you see me. So yeah, that's mustard seed. Any questions before we go into the AI questions? Yeah,
Hello.
Hi, baby.
I don't want to say, do you regret anything? Because like, just me personally, I don't regret any decisions that I made.
For sure.
Did you ever come across like a song that like you might have like dropped, or like a song that like, or maybe even like a choice that you might have made, and you like come back to and you're like, damn, like I shouldn't have did it like that, or like maybe I could have did it this way. Maybe, like does the feeling of regret like ever like take over, I guess, as an artist?
Not really, because whatever I was feeling the moment I wrote it was authentic to me and my journey at the time. So I don't really regret it. Like there's a song out that I have out right now called Patience that's going to be on the next project. That is a very personal one regarding the situation. And it was me kind of holding out hope. And I'm like, girl, do I kind of look foolish, like putting my heart out like this? And it's still kind of playing out with me looking kind of crazy. But it's like, no, because that could help or heal somebody who is going through a waiting season where they have to trust God and be patient, even if it didn't play out specifically for me. I've learned through a lot of things that I remember when I was younger, I asked God, I said, Lord, just make me a testimony. Why in the world did I pray that prayer? Because he said, okay, don't worry. No, I make a testimony. I'll make it proper testimony.
Give it to the next person and double it.
Give it to the next person and double it. And they gave it to me and 16th it. So it's like, so I feel like the things that I've gone through, if at least it didn't end up in a happy ending per se for me, I will get my happy ending. But it didn't end up the way that I thought it was supposed to happen. It's going to heal somebody else. So I don't necessarily regret it, because I know I did what I felt was true to myself in that moment. Yeah.
I'm jumping around with these questions just because I feel called to do that.
Okay, called.
Okay. Building on the faith of a mustard seed. Like that. A mustard seed is probably the smallest seed that there is, and then it grows to this giant tree. Yeah. So when you were saying that you barely had the faith of a mustard seed, how did that faith guide you during the process of making this entire EP?
Yeah. You guys.
Oh. Now give a real answer.
No, that is the real answer. Like when I say
media train.
No, y'all, like when I say like, and you hear in the interlude, that is the heaven that I'm talking about, the one I'm talking about in the first song and the interlude. She when I say she, I mean she and this one right here. Like when I tell you these two are like my right and my left. Apart from my family, I want to talk like friends and then I'll get into family. But like in terms of my friends, it's my day twos, the people that I went to college with, that's like my family. But like when I talk about my left and my right, it's this girl right next to me and Heaven. If Heaven wasn't in New Orleans, she would be right here.
She's here with us in spirit.
She's literally here. She's right there.
She's here with us.
You feel me? But anytime, like if I'm in the middle of the night doubting and crying, I know that I can knock on Jazz's door and she'll like, we don't even have to talk. She'll just hug me and then just tell me that like I'm chosen. And then also my girl Maria Carmen, like she'll be like, you know, you are here for a reason. You are chosen. So when I was going through those moments of doubting throughout the entire process of this EP, it was constantly them. Like even when I finally finished it and I sent it to them first. And Heb would just constantly be like, bro, this project is so good. Like, I don't know why you're tripping. It's going to do what it's going to do because it's so good. And then it's like, she hears it when it's a voice memo, when it's me singing across the hall in the studio right after, when it's full, she hears every iteration of the record. So when I didn't have the faith, that's why you have to have people who are also God-centered, but who also believe in you next to you. Because when I had those moments where I didn't believe in me, they believed in me. And then my family be making me feel like I'm a celebrity.
Because you are.
And it makes me feel so good when I'm doubting myself. When I'm doubting myself, I have my dad who's just like, you haven't even begun to touch your potential. I have my mom who's like, whatever you put your mind to, you're going to do it. My brother and my sister who look up to me and just remind me that, I can do anything. And just having my family who's also, doing amazing things in amazing ways. But whenever I have moments like this, like a listening party, they show up for me. And I couldn't do it without y'all. So, yeah.
Aww, that was
cute.
Love.
All the love. Okay. I'm going to move some words around.
Do you think?
Can you tell us, we talked about the writing experience. We talked about the performances that happen in your head that are definitely going to happen on every single platform that is possible.
In Jesus' name.
In Jesus' name.
Amen.
Where 2 or 3 are gathered. Can you tell us about a breakthrough, any type of breakthrough, a creative, an emotional, a physical, a spiritual breakthrough that you experienced in this project?
When I found this producer in Atlanta called Zay Blaze, and he engineered about 75% of this project.
Shout out to
Zay Blaze. Because for the first part of it, I was recording, mixing. Alex will tell you, I was recording, mixing, and mastering this myself, and I was tired because I went to college in music business, and I know production, but it was a lot. And I was like doing that, having a full-time job, going back to school. I was like, bro, this joint ain't never coming out. And then my girl, again, shout out to Maria Carmen, because that's her engineer as well. She was like, yeah, like he'll help you and he'll help you for a good price, because it's for a good price, because times is hard. So he was able to do it, and he churned out 6 songs in like a week. I feel like the whole middle of this project is him. And I'm a very meticulous person. If you hear all the harmonies and the intricacies that happen in every song, I'm so meticulous about those things. And so I send like a million notes and mix. Even Matthew will tell you.
It's not a joke. It's a million different parts.
There's so many parts that you won't even catch it till like the 5th time you hear it. But like, I'm so meticulous about that because I learned from the greats of like Jasmine Sullivan and a Brandy, and listening to gospel music and growing up in choirs where we had all the parts. So it's like, shout out to Miss Zinkovich and Miss Goldsmith forever. But having him take those notes and then turn them into records. They were songs, then he turned them into records. So that was having that moment. He came literally like in the midnight hour. Like he was mixing the song maybe a month before I had submitted it. So definitely that was the breakthrough that I needed, unless we would not be sitting here talking about this project at all.
All right.
Next song. So the next song we have queued up for y'all, I think, is Prayers. It's Prayers. I know my project.
Pop quiz.
It's Prayers. All right. Queuing it up.
Work so hard, I gotta find my way out. But I know that he's working, so I stay down. Keep my people in my prayers close to me now. Cause that's the only thing that's holding me down. I still remember when no one would be around. It was just me and mine. Lost all my brothers, I thought I would make it now. But he kept me around. Stay dedicated, I'm out cause I had it down. Now they bring me around. Turn to the function, I'm walking and shut it down. It's the queen bee around. I'm walking by his blood. Can't put no one else above us. When all the money gone, he the only one I trust. I ain't tripping off your love. I get plenty from above. I'ma see when it's done. We all in front of the church. Work so hard, I gotta find my way out. But I know that he's working, so I stay down on him. Keep my people and my prayers close to me now. Cause that's the only thing that's holding me down. Work so hard, I try to find my way out. But I know that he's working, so I stay down on him. Keep my people and my prayers close to me now. Cause that's the only thing that's holding me down. Stay down on me now. People in my prayers close to me now.
Yeah. That one is one of my favorite. That is another song that was supposed to go on the 60 Seconds or Less project. The shorter ones, as you can tell, are the ones that were supposed to go on that project. So I wrote that one also, I think, in like 2020.
I just sitting on a bunch of songs, y'all.
It be like that.
You feel me? You feel me?
I'm sitting on like 60.
You feel what I'm saying? Okay, he's sitting on 83 albums. But I re-recorded it.
The vote.
Exactly. It be like that. It's all about timing. But this was one I was just, again, really in my like hip hop kind of trap bag. I love that blend. One of the things that bonded our friendship together in high school is that we both love August Alsina. Love August Alsina down. So like, if you're a fan of him, you can hear kind of the flow in there. He does hip hop and R&B really well with how he like bounces and floats on songs. In Jesus' name, maybe he'll hop on the remix someday.
Hey.
But
August, if you're out there.
August, if you're out there,
if you're listening,
pop up.
There you go.
Because I know it'll be a bopper. But no, seriously, you feel me?
Number one.
But I think that it's pretty self like straightforward, just being like, my people and my prayers are all I got. At the end of the day, when it's like I'm down and out and I ain't got nobody else really holding me down, at the end of the day, so long as I can reach up and talk to God, which transitions into the next song, Mainline. In prayers, I'm talking about the need of prayers, and Mainline is kind of like a view into what my prayer time with God looks like. Yeah, just as long as I got my people in my prayers, we're gonna be all right. Yeah.
Any questions
from the studio audience?
Questions, comments?
I don't have any questions. But I do have a comment to say.
Yes, ma'am.
Every time you're getting ready to play the next song, I have no idea what vibe you're gonna say. And I love that, because when you said that your genre is black noise, because who says that?
Exactly.
And then when you start explaining it and going into like what that sounds like,
Thank you, babe. At the end of the day, I believe that Black people were the genesis of like every popular music genre. So why should I hold myself back? That's the thing that I'm going to keep holding even once I'm like a bigger artist in the industry. Like, you will not just say I'm an R&B artist. You will not just say I'm a gospel or Christian artist. I'm a Christian, period. I'm a Black noise artist, like always. Because if our ancestors can make blues and rock and R&B and jazz, why am I going to hold myself back? Like, that just feels like a disservice to the people who came before me. So, but thanks for noticing, babe. I love you.
I'm gonna piggyback off of that.
Okay, piggyback.
Thank you for that.
Come on with
question.
the alley.
I don't know if I'm gonna dunk it though, because I was not a basketball person. I was not a basketball girly. So all the different genres of music that we're getting in this album, how do you think from your last EP or your last release to this, how do you think anything has changed? Has anything changed?
I'll go from my last EP, which is the first one.
Hey,
right?
Okay. So from that one, how has your music evolved?
I feel like in so many ways, like I was listening to Tori Phil the other day and I was like, oh my God, I sound like a baby. Like,
you released that one what?
I released that in 2018, so I was 19.
18, 19? Wow.
I was 19. I'm 25. Oh, Jesus. I'm 25.
She's old.
I'm 25 now.
I do it to her too. I do it to her too all the time.
No, but at that point, I was in a completely different phase in life. I think you hear some of the same themes when I was listening back to it. You definitely hear some of the same things of like me talking to God, but then like also just going through what 19-year-old girls are going through. But now it's a lot deeper because I've experienced a lot more life. And I think that understanding that my music is not just vibes. Yeah. I don't just make music to chart or to be TikTok popular, whatever. I make music because my music is a weapon. I feel like God put me on this earth to, defeat the forces of evil in my own way. And my own way is through my ministry in music. So I think you get that a lot more in this project. You hear me evolve as a singer. I feel like I sing better. I didn't rap as much back then. I be rapping now. I was very insecure of my rapping back then. And now I'm like, listen.
Now that's all she does.
Steamy. Because I think I sing, but I give like rapper energy. Like I feel like I look like a rapper right now. just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Just slightly.
Yeah, that, my content, and just my confidence vocally. Knowing that I can like do these unique things, like stack my vocals and harmonize a certain way. I think that's what makes me unique as an artist. So you'll definitely hear that difference.
All right. Were there any doubts, any fear that you experienced? I know it, but I gotta ask the question.
Yeah.
Throughout having to put your entire relationship on full display for everybody to see. It's a very personal thing for everybody who is a Christian. Everybody has their own walk with Christ. So we're looking for a little more insight with yours. The doubt, the fear, the praise.
C'est pas facile. It's not easy at all. Because I'm such a planner, because I'm such a dreamer, because I'm such a visionary, I'm like, I see where my life is supposed to go. I see the vision, and it's like, okay, time is ticking and I'm not there. So what's going on? And that often has me doubting. But again, it's that journey of like, there are moments where I'm like, me and God like this. You can't tell me, you can't say nothing, da 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 da. And then there are moments where I'm like, I don't even want to pray today because I feel like I'm talking to the ceiling and nobody's listening. And I think those two sides of the spectrum, Dr. Nicole Martin, who's another minister at Kingdom Fellowship, she was just talking about it in her Thanksgiving message about from paradox to praise, and how walking with Christ can literally feel like a paradox. Like one moment you could feel like you have the faith of a mountain, and sometimes you have the faith of barely a mustard seed, but which one do you lean into? So it's like, I'm either going to lean into the doubt or I'm going to lean into the praise. And being honest, I tend to lean into the doubt because I am such a visionary, and when I don't see it, and then I compare myself to other people, and it's like, yes, you're not supposed to do that, blah blah blah, but like it's hard, especially when you're in an industry like music, where it's like you could see one of your peers getting nominated for a Grammy, or one of your peers just got signed, and all these things are happening, and it's like, I know I'm talented, God, so what's going on? You feel me? But just knowing that like my path is not their path. My walk is not their walk, and what he has for me is going to be for me. And every time that I play my music for somebody new, I see it touch them. So I know that it has its place and it has its purpose. And he spoke it upon me. My music is going to reach millions and billions. So it's just a matter of me following his steps that were ordered for me and trusting the process, and knowing that like, if he gave me a vision, it won't, as long as I'm obedient to my part, it won't fail. Yeah.
You better preach in here. You better preach. That's a sermon. That was a word for somebody.
That was a word for somebody. What am I going to say? I'm talking good.
Oh, we got a question.
Yes, we have a question. Miss Marie. Yes, ma'am.
So I think this project reflects what you talked about. It reflects a lot of highs and lows that you experienced in the last few years. I feel like when people experience lows, right, they tend to lose interest in the things that they're passionate about.
Yeah.
Like those things start to feel like work. You know what I mean? So how did you kind of like push past that?
Yeah.
And still like have time to make music, right? Because that's something you're passionate
for sure.
about, despite like all of the lows that were going on.
It's all I ever knew how to do. Like even when I was younger and I would be going through stuff at home and with my family, I remember when I would be young and I didn't know how to explain my feelings to my parents. So I would sit them down and be like, I just wrote a new song. And I would sing the song, and the song was like a diary entry of what I couldn't articulate, but I would articulate it through music. So I think even when I would doubt or like go through my lows, just writing it out would And then hearing it back is like, oh, wow, no, this is powerful. And understanding the depth of what I'm put here to do, I think that's what always kept me going. And the fact that I love it, like I get stressed and I get real like, I don't want to do this anymore. But I was literally telling Jazz the other day, I was praying to God at one point, like, Lord, is my passion, is my path music? Like some people don't get paid off their passion and that's okay. But like, is that it for me? Because if it's not, show me what it's supposed to be so I don't waste my time. And he would not like that night I will have a dream and I'm on a stage and I'm like, okay, so like, Father God. But you know what I'm saying? But like having that knowing, and then again, just having people, my family, my friends, just like supporting me through it and then just loving it. Because when I do get on that stage, I'm so happy. And it's like, I'm on an adrenaline rush. The first show that I did when I got back off my hiatus, it was like in a backyard. But like I had so many people afterwards who were just like, you were on hiatus? Like we can't even tell. It was just like, you just hop back in it because I love to do it. All the doubt, all of that goes away the second that I hit a mic or the second that I touch a stage. So that's what keeps me going. Yeah. All right, guys, we're almost there. Moving into the next record, Mainline Interlude.
Dear Father, I hope it's a good time to call you. Got a lot on my mind and I wanna run it by you before I go any farther. I'm deep in the wilderness, Lord. I'm seeking your presence some more and I'm needing your wisdom and power. Send it through me and I give you the honor. I know it, the world is a mess right now. The enemy's running around. He know that his time up. He working overtime trying to bring everyone down and it's disheartening watching people get slaughtered. Talks of disease, leaders deceived. She walk around without knowing they shepherd. Talk to me, Jesus, and give me your message. The season is teaching obedient faith. Arms are wide open, receiving your grace. Working through things I can't even explain. I follow your steps while you leading the way. Sometimes it's hard to believe in your way. Cause where there is joy, there must also be pain. Trust and believe there's a gift in the present. Pick up my cross and I walk through the lesson. No shadow, no valley, no rain, no thunder. Jesus, you blessed, they can't take me under. No heartbreak, no exit, no mental distraction. Too keen on focus to be going backwards. No leaning on my understanding, no never. Give you my life and you got me forever. The heart of a servant, the strength of a soldier. I follow your will to the day that it's over. I'm calling the main line, calling the main line. Won't you pick up the main line? Calling the main line. No more practice, it's game time. Call him on the main line, and he'll get you every time. I'm calling the main line. I'm calling the main line. Jesus, pick up the main line. Calling the main line. No more practice, it's game time. Call on the main line, and he'll get you every time. Yeah. Soleille. Call him, want you, call him.
This one is a great song. It's a great song. It tickles my brain in the right way.
I know.
The harmonies at the very end with the I'm sitting here like
Every time.
every single time.
Come on.
Yes.
Oh
No.
yes, man. You feel me, bro? I've been working, bro. I've been working. Like perfecting my craft is one of the things. I don't want to just like write good songs or like be a good rapper. I want to be a vocalist. I want to be a good singer. So I take it. Thank you. That means a lot. I take it very seriously. The song is also fairly recent. I did this year.
I think so.
Yeah, because actually I played an earlier version of this for Alex, another person on my team, Dominic, and they were like, the project is great. I just think it needs a couple more songs. And I was like, huh? Writing more? Wow. So I got this beat a while ago. Shout out to this artist and producer. His name is Big Cozy, other Nigerian extraordinaire. He made this beat out of voice clippings of my voice. So I sent him like different things of me being like, gotta like random little like da-da-da-da-das, and he took it and made a beat out of it and used my voice as like the instrumental. So I've been waiting and sitting on this beat, waiting for something to use it for. So when they were like, you need more songs, and I was like, I need more beats. And then I remember I had this one, and I like literally was just like, dear Father, I hope it's a good time to call you. And then I literally like, I'm not a freestyler, so I almost had freestyled it, but it was like line after line after line just kept coming. And it just turned into a prayer. And I love the no heartbreak, no exit, no mental distraction. Yeah. 2 kingdom focus, to me going back was because kingdom focused. If you know, you know. So just being, again, you see the journey, and I wanted something that felt like a prayer. So this is literally, obviously my prayers with God always rhyme, but if it did, it would sound something like this, just talking about the state of the world and where we're at, and where I'm at. And you know, like the old song, like Jesus is on the main line. And it just felt like, Lord, I'm calling your main line, your second line, your trap phone. Help me.
The burner in the back.
The burner phone in the back, the pager. But it's like, I'm calling the main line. So wanting to bring that old influence again of like gospel and being raised in the church and understanding that like, he may not come when you want him, but he's always right on time. So understanding that. Yeah. Questions to the audience.
I have a question.
Okay. Okay, you have a question?
I didn't read this one off of ChatGPT this time. No. For somebody who is, I'm gonna be personal right now. Okay. I struggle with prayer.
Right.
I struggle a lot. Yep. With trying to figure out exactly how to pray and how to actually go to God and ask things. Because I feel like there are some times where we're taught there's a certain way that you should pray. Right. There's a certain way that you should be doing things. And for somebody who is struggling with that and trying to break into more prayers and trying to grow in their faith, how would you use this song to explain to them how to do it? Or how would you?
It's just a conversation. Like sometimes, yes, it's like I get on my knees and I start with our Lord's Prayer and then go into like a long prayer. But sometimes it's just me crying and just being like, God, help me. Jesus, I need you. I don't feel you right now. Help me feel you. Show me in your word where you are for me right now in this moment. And sometimes I'm just walking around the room like, so like, make this make sense to me real quick, God. Cause I just feel like, you know, it doesn't always have to be this deep, this formal thing, because it's a relationship, not a religion. The religion part, yes, there's things that we need to follow and obey to, you know, actually walk about what we talk about. But like, it's a relationship. It's okay to be mad at God. I had to learn that this year. Like, just like you get mad at your earthly father at times or anybody that you love, God can disappoint you. God can hurt you at times. But it's learning that like, even in you feeling hurt, he still loves you. Like a father, he's still there. So just really making it a conversation. Sometimes like, if you don't even know what to say, it's just like, Lord, talk to me right now. Make it make sense. One thing that I learned that was taught to me from another one of my spiritual fathers, shout out to Papa B. Again, the Berrier family, I love y'all down forever. But Pastor Berrier, he would be like, pray, but then you have to pause after and give him time to listen. Because when you don't, it's like getting on the phone with somebody and venting about all your problems and being like, okay, bye. It's like, if it's supposed to be a conversation, you have to pause and have him talk back, because he's going to talk back. And it might not be this audible voice, but it could be this just like feeling like, let me open my Bible real quick. Or like I say amen and I sit and I get on TikTok, and TikTok is like, so like, God told me to talk to you right now. And it'd be literally what you be going through. You be like, and you be, is that the algorithm of Jesus?
Are they in the room with us?
Are they in the room with us? You know what I'm saying? But just But really having that moment of one, it's a conversation. So sometimes it is good to go to God like formally and address him as, you know, King of Kings and Lord of Lords. But sometimes it's, Dad, I need you. And then pause for him to listen or pause for him to respond. Hey, girl.
Yeah, that was a good answer.
Thank you.
That was a very good answer.
Thank God. Try.
All right, back to this. All right, with this song, what does it mean for you to minister through music in today's world?
What does it mean for me to minister through music in today's world? Jesus Christo. Obviously, we are living in crazy times. Crazy things are happening. So I feel like I was listening to this project, especially post-election, and I was like, this feels more timely than ever. Like, the world looks crazy right now. Nothing is making sense. It's giving you coming back and about to crack the sky in 2.2 seconds because it's crazy out here. But using whatever time we have left to really use my voice is one thing I tell you, my voice is a weapon. The devil did so much for me not to put this project out, y'all. Like real talk, like mentally, spiritually. I kept getting sick. My coworkers will tell you they had a time period. I was sick like every 2 weeks. I couldn't sing. My voice would get cracked. My lip blew up at one point. Like crazy things were happening over the course of the album. And then I was doubting. And literally one of my ways of like God ministering through me is through journaling. And because he'll literally talk to me as I'm writing. And literally he said to me, he's trying to stop you. Keep going. He's doing everything he can to stop you because he knows where I'm about to take you. Keep going. Even though I don't see it, I had to tell myself, walk by faith, not by sight. Walk by faith, not by sight. Walk by faith, not by sight. I don't see it right now. Keep going. So yeah. All right, moving into the second to last song. This one is Figure It Out.
R&B.
Figure it out. I don't know how I'ma figure it out. I look to the sky trying to figure it out. Is it too late? They said you man, big old dreams is just for the juvies and the crazies. But I can't let this one go. I've been down for way too long. And my friends say I gotta be strong. My mind says I gotta hold on. But I don't know, baby. Can't let go. Figure it out, gotta figure it out. Somehow I know, I don't know. Somehow I know, through the doubt and the darkness, it's gonna work out in the end. Down and defeated, but I can't stop dreaming. I can't know myself, I'm just way too high. I'm selling out stages, I'm pounding the pavement. I see my name shining and flashing lights. Cause I'm one in a million. And I can't shake the feeling that I'm destined for greatness. It's bigger than me, it's for my family tree. Yeah, I don't know, baby. Can't let go. Figure it out, gotta figure it out. Somehow I know, I don't know. Somehow I know, through the doubt and the darkness, the light will come again. Yeah, I don't know. I'ma figure it out. I get figure it out. Look to the sky trying to figure it out.
Yeah. Yep, that is Figure It Out. Like I said earlier, that one was creeping up one of my favorite songs. That was the last one I recorded for this. I say this song kind of reminds me of the Esther story, because I don't this is the one song in the project where I don't directly like say God or Jesus. I'm just like, somehow I'm gonna figure it out. I don't know how I'm gonna figure it out. You know what I'm saying? But I look to the sky trying to figure it out. In the story of Esther, God isn't explicitly mentioned, but they talk about God kind of carrying the Jewish people through almost extinction and persecution, from this man named Haman, and he guides them to fast, and somehow it flips on its head. What was going to turn into the persecution of Esther and her people turns into them lifting up and being able to fight back, and end up turning to the persecution of their enemies. So for me, this was like, I don't know how I'm gonna figure this out. I don't know how I'm gonna achieve this dream. I don't know how I'm gonna do all these things, but as long as I look to the sky, some way, somehow I figured out. And I know that some way, somehow is through God. But I kind of just wanted that song that is just like, I don't know how. I don't know. But some way, somehow it's gonna work out in the end. Yeah. Studio audience questions before we get into these ones?
I have a comment.
Okay.
So after kind of listening to you talk, listening to the album, I kind of just wanted to say, because what I'm about to say, I keep it with myself too, so I kind of just wanted to give it to you.
Mm-hmm.
And it's basically pretty much, even a lotus flower has to grow in the dark. So
put that
that's
on a
always
t-shirt.
something that I think I forgot where I read it at, but ever since I read it, I always kind of kept that with me. You know, when I'm going through something, or I kind of feel like I don't know what direction in life I'm going. I just think to myself that regardless of what I'm going through, it's going to be something beautiful.
It's
going to come out of it. So, and a lotus flower is one of the most beautiful,
gorgeous.
They grow in the dark.
Mm-hmm.
So I just wanted to pass that.
Thank you, sis.
I know I needed it, but I needed it. So
thank you, sis. It ties perfectly, because I called the project Midnight Hour, because it's in that moment when you're alone and you're in the dark, where you're going through that grooming and that pain and everything. But it's in that hour that he's working. So having that understanding that late in the midnight hour, that it will turn around in your favor. Thank you for that, babe. I love you.
All right. So we know that a lot of the different songs in here have a different verse or a different story from the Bible that they resonate with.
Yeah.
What would you say the entire project of what Bible verse or what story would you say encompasses the entire project?
Encompasses the entire project. Peter walking on the water.
Great.
Elaborate, I shall. That moment of doing something so uncharted that feels impossible, like putting out a project that puts your entire soul and relationship with God on Front Street, and hoping that it does something, or just having a dream or belief in music that one day this music is going to change my life, that this music is going to change my family's life. It feels uncharted. It feels impossible, like walking on water. But Jesus was calling him to just walk to me. And every time that he had his eyes on him, he was walking on that water. But the second he started to doubt, and the second he started to question himself, that's when he started sinking. And you feel that throughout those moments where I'm doubting, you feel the heaviness, you feel me sinking. But those moments of uplift and joy, you feel that. So just keeping my eyes on Jesus. And then when he eventually picks him up, he's like, why did you doubt? You know what I'm saying? Oh, ye of little faith, why did you doubt? And it's like, I'm always like, God, help my unbelief. God, strengthen my faith. And when you pray things like that, God will he's just not going to give you sprinkle faith. It's like, he's going to put you in scenarios where you have to grow your faith. So I would definitely say it's that story of just doing something crazy, following. I say it in the song, is it too late? They say that dreaming big old dreams is just for kids and crazy people, like, but I can't let this one go. So believing in something as crazy as, you know, wanting to be a singer, wanting to be an artist, wanting to be a star. But as long as I keep focused on him, I can walk on that water. I would say that's it. Thanks, man. Nice. Thanks. I try. No media training, just me.
How do you balance authenticity with your creativity when writing songs, and how does it reflect in your faith?
Like I said earlier, I don't think about what I'm gonna write. I just kind of do it. So I think that's how I'm authentic. I don't say I'm gonna write a specific song talking about a specific thing. It's like, what am I feeling in this moment? What is the beat saying with that? And then I write it. And I think that helps me stay creative. Or sometimes if I'm feeling like, back in my like creative writing days, I'll be like, let me write a song from the perspective of this. And then I'll write a song like that. But I think that's what helps me stay creative and authentic. And then my faith being intertwined in it. Even when I was making some of my like, you know, less than holy music, you would still kind of hear God in it. Or you would still kind of feel the like faith behind it. It was just in a less evolved version. So it's always been intertwined, and it will continue to be. Yeah. So before we let you all go, we're gonna run the last song, the closer of this album, called Chosen. Woo.
What if 5,000 children became orphans as they lost one or both parents in the bomb?
Now, there's been shock in eastern DR Congo over the killing in Benin of 26 people in an attack.
Currencies are falling down in the western regions together.
Armed groups control at least 60%.
Melanin, you look so sweet on my skin. And you know, I've been told we got gold all up in these bones. It's almost like we chosen. Like it's time for them to read back what they sold me. I ain't talking vision, but I come up open. And they know it. It's riddle me why. My people gotta die. Oh no, why? My people gotta cry. It's an evil way of life. We gon' ride from the river to the sea. Palestine, you will be free. DIC, you will be free. IAT, you will be free. Last week, you will be free. I want my people to be free. I want black people to be free. All God's people will be free.
They shoot her to 8 times in her own house.
This man kneeled on a man's neck.
One day you just wake up and go to the store. You got $20 in your pocket, turn to gold. But just because your skin black, you constantly under attack. You got us needed for your name. You cannot breathe, you cannot restore. Still help me. Somebody help me. I can't breathe. Help me. Please, please, oh please. Can you hear me? Tell me why my people gotta die. I can hear Lord tell me why my people gotta cry. It's an evil way of life. We gon' rise from the river to the sea. Palestine, you will be free. DIC, you will be free. IAP, you will be free. Life week, you will be free. I want my people to be free. I want black people to be free. All God's people will be free. Black lives matter! Black lives matter! Black lives matter!
Amazing.
That is the closer. No problem. No, it's perfect timing. So chosen.
I'll take one.
For real. But yeah, to wrap up, to talk about Chosen, I actually wrote Chosen in 2020, like right after George Floyd. Because I remember being so irate and so frustrated at just like, why do my people have to keep dying? Like, why do we have to keep marching in the streets? Why do we have to keep crying? Why do we have to keep going through those things? But I wasn't able to make the song the way that it wasn't going to sound like this in that state. So I sat on it for a while, and then just revisiting it in the terms of this project and seeing the state of the world again with what is happening in Palestine, free Palestine. I went through a lot when I was like talking about that type of stuff. I was getting shadow banned on things because they don't want you talking about those things. And for me, it's about human rights. I'm not saying that any one country deserves to exist more than another. I just feel like, I don't know, we shouldn't be bombing kids, and, killing civilians. I'm a humanitarian at heart. And then on top of that, the unspeakable things that are happening in Congo, that are happening in Sudan, that are happening in Cameroon, that are happening in Nigeria. So it's like, again, it's bigger than just making songs. It's using my voice as an amplifier for things that are important to me. And I wanted to finish the project intentionally I said that how like, it's bigger than me, it's bigger than me, it's bigger than me. So ending the song, the album was very personal, talking about me and my journey, but ending it with like, this is the state of the world, God. And I pray that you use me to make a difference in the little way that I can, even if this song is my little protest and my little fight, to be able to do that. That was very important. I put the song out on Juneteenth. So that was very intentional for me. But yeah, I love Chosen. Oh, if you're hearing some background vocals on Chosen, it's this girl right here. Yeah. You're gonna hear her a lot more in the next project too. But
she's already told me. I've been voluntold.
She's been voluntold. Another thing we have connected about over the course of a decade is we love music and we sing together. And this girl can sing down. She be playing all this little shy bubbles act she got going on right here. But she
putting my business on the street.
But she can sing down boots. So
my business.
I wanted to, and we harmonize very well together. So
11 years, I would hope so.
You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to include her in that and have her play a part in the project because I have my girl Hev intertwined in it. And like I said, like, if Hev's my left hand, she's my right. So I wanted her to be included in it as well. So yeah, that's Chosen.
Any
questions before we ask the two final questions? Concerns.
Comments, concerns. If you have any concerns, the door is right there. Thank you very much. It's been great having you here.
Don't let the door hit you on the way out. Hey, Jesus, not the cross.
You see? The devil
is a liar. The devil is a liar. Yeah. Okay. You got a question? Yeah, what's up?
So the project is just a solo,
Mm-hmm.
no features at all.
The backgrounds, yeah.
We got August Alsina.
Come on, yeah.
Yes, we're speaking down with the truth.
One more person you hear on this album.
Oh, if I can hear somebody on this project, that's good. Let me look at the track. That's good. I won't lie.
She could give me another feature other than August Alsina and Jasmine. She's in it.
Right.
I had an answer. She's gonna slap me if I say my answer.
Say it in my ear.
No.
Jasmine.
You know who I was gonna say because you don't like them.
I don't like them.
We're gonna talk about that later.
The girl.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I'd want to hear someone like Thames on Mercy Me. Yeah, I feel like she'd be able to talk about that very like deeply, and I feel like she would rock that song out. So, Thames, sister. But yeah, I think of another one. Definitely Thames on, because for me, Mercy Me, the singles that I put out were 500 Days, Street Praise, Chosen, and Mercy Me. And Mercy Me just feels like the single to me. I don't know if it's because it's Afro beats and it just feels more upbeat. That and Street Praise. But that one hits different. And I feel like having something like that would slap. Yeah, that was a good question.
That was a very good question.
Yeah.
Then we're only gonna do one because
that was a good.
That overshadows the second one.
Literally.
That I was going to ask.
Okay.
So before I ask the final question, anybody else? Because this is the closer question.
This is the closer.
This is the closer.
Yeah.
How'd you like the cover art? Because I know people like they would have picked like something.
Oh yeah.
I mean, like besides the obvious cross and
sure.
Why that
the feeling of being, you see me veiled in darkness. That feeling of, again, that midnight, that darkness, being covered in darkness, but the fact that it's only a veil, like that heaviness that I was putting on myself and all that pressure. It's a veil that God can remove easily. And that's why the room is so bright and white, because it literally feels like it's just me and God in a bright white room. And if I could go to his throne and ask questions, these songs would be the questions. And I felt covered in darkness. But again, it's really something that if he wants to just lift it up, he could. And he does. So, yeah. Yeah.
That was a good one.
Yes. Yeah. So now I have to ask you all a question, because for the closer, I'm going to sing live whatever song y'all decide is your favorite. So
live performance from Soleille herself.
Which one was your favorite?
We gotta huddle up.
Now y'all gotta huddle up. And if y'all are in the chat, anybody still in the chat, if you want to list out,
you guys converse. I have a question.
Okay.
This is the last question.
Okay.
If someone could only take one message away from Midnight Hour, what would that question?
What y'all thinking?
Or what would the message be?
The walk is a journey. The walk is not linear.
Mercy me and Loki. Mercy me and Loki.
Rather be a mercy.
Yeah, the walk is not a journey. And again, late.
Rather be.
Though he may slay me, yet will I trust him. And more importantly, weeping may endure for a night, but joy will come in the morning. There's one thing I want you to understand, is that you can go through the darkest and deepest of things to the point of thinking of you don't need to be here anymore. The devil is a liar. Joy will come in the morning. As long as you have breath in your body, you have a purpose on this earth. Because when you're done with your purpose, he's going to call you home. So it's going to get hard. It's not an easy walk, but it's a walk that I wouldn't want to take with anybody else. So weeping may endure for a night, but joy will come in the morning. That's Midnight Hour.
Yay. Print it. Put it on a poster. Put it on a t-shirt.
Okay, what is
Sell it?
So wait, what are we deciding? Okay, my sister says Mercy Me.
Mercy me.
Is it giving Mercy Me?
Mercy me, Loki.
I heard a rather be.
I'm biased.
Yeah. Okay, listen, my sister made me ribs for Thanksgiving, so I have to honor her wishes. I do. Okay.
We're gonna have to turn things.
What do you mean? Oh no! I'm gonna sit right there.
Okay then.
I'm not moving. I'm not moving. Let me turn this mode off. Testing.
Testing.
Our neighbors are getting mad at us.
There we go. Okay. All right, the people asked for Mercy Me. I'm telling y'all, we got something planned for Mercy Me. I'm not ready. I've been sweating every day. You might not ready.
All right, take it home. This is Mercy Me. I don't even have water, y'all. This is raw.
Yeah. Yeah. Who made you have fight for enjoyment? Enemies just got at my conquest. You know if you forget, they put my God in front of the problem. They follow, don't be swallow. But for my head, phone is hollow. But I go swallow, carry much show. Pray for that triumph over my sorrow. Pray for my eye, they ask one thing. Make fire. Pray on my knees and they ask for peace. So tell me what their weapons are. I know sorry I must fight where I get from me. No way for my soul that is. Wahala day for my heart, no go over my feet. Kilo day, Baba, yeah, blessing for you. Oh, please, mercy me. I'm falling fast and I can't stand on my feet. Though you slay me, I'm still resting. In your word will I serve. I just need to know some peace. So please, mercy me. I'm falling fast and I can't stand on my feet. And though you slay me, I'm still trusting in your word. I serve. I just need my soul some peace. Mercy me. Baba, mercy me, yeah. And though you hate me, Lord, I'm still in your word. I will serve. Lord, just give my soul some peace. See my your name, I did worship. Melody, you're rejecting me. Mighty, I'm praying for answers. I could be in my 5-6. Jenny, I'm down on my knees. I'm begging you, please. I'm you're forsaking me. Sadly, I'm down on my luck. So I'm questioning everything. But I learned if you're last, you will soon be first. That this won't last always, I'm sure. But I'm in the depths of all this hurt. I know that you carry me through words. That your precious blood still works. I can't make it, Lord, I can't take it. I need freedom from this curse. Mercy me. I'm falling fast and I can't stand on my feet. Father God, I'm pleading. Lord, just give my soul some peace, so please, mercy me. I'm falling fast and I can't stand, no, I can't stand, no, on my feet. So though you slay me, I'm still trusting in your word. I will serve. Lord, just give my soul some peace, mercy me.
Thank y'all. And with that has been the Midnight Hour Listening Party. So once again, thank y'all for coming. Make sure you stream Mercy Me. I need my 15 cents on the first. Just kidding.
Coming to your house if you're not listening.
But once again, thank you all so much. God bless you. I pray this touches you. Please share this with everybody you know. I am trying to make this my full-time job. Amen. Hallelujah. Won't he do it? But I hope y'all have a beautiful and blessed night, and see you for the next one. Woo!